Hello, everyone. It's Divine Erdrick. What happened? I thought he hated making videos. Oh, well, to be fair, I said I hated editing videos. There's a small difference. But yeah, well, honestly, a lot happened. So if you watched the last video, you might be wondering, like, well, what does this mean? Like, is the secret project done? And the not so secret project. No, it's not there yet. It's closer than I thought it would be. Actually, that's a lie. I was hoping to have already uploaded something by now, but it is still getting there. It's getting close. It's not going to be a game or anything like that. It's just going to be like a 40k stat thing. But it will hopefully be here eventually. So if the secret project's not done, then why am I making a new video on this channel? What's the story? Well, two things have happened. The first is I went back to blogging, regular old text-based blogging. It's mostly been 40k and Homestuck stuff, as you might expect. And over the course of the blogging, there have been a few times that I've kind of been looking at what I'm writing and thinking to myself, wow, this would really, really be better as a video blog. And if you are one of the few people who followed after I started doing Homestuck stuff on this channel, then you might know that Homestuck Beyond Canon is coming up on its very first S page. And, well, I want to video blog that. But still, honestly, that's not what triggered this resurrection. So, depending on when and how you found this channel, you might be a fan of Path of Exile. And if you're a fan of Path of Exile, you know that, yeah, Path of Exile 2's open beta is starting December 6th. I'm just a little bit excited about that. I really, really can't wait. Now, I have been attempting to temper my hype on things lately. I've been disappointed by a few things that came out. Diablo 4. I kid. I never had much hope for Diablo 4. Now, I do have much more faith in grinding gear games. But there have been some troubling signs ever since Grinding Gear Games announced that Path of Exile 2 had scoped out beyond an expansion to Path of Exile 1. There have been some things that have some fans worried, but Grinding Gear Games is not launching Path of Exile 2 on December 6th. They're launching the beta or the early access on December 6th. And just last year, we saw how well a passionate studio with a passionate fan base can use the early access period to make an absolutely fantastic game. So my hope is that we can do that again with Path of Exile 2. One of my greatest regrets was I was actually in the Path of Exile alpha. And unfortunately, at the time, I was very much still riding the Diablo 3 hype train. So playing Path of Exile's alpha just made me want to play more Diablo 3. Um, and even then, it kept kind of bouncing off me. It wasn't until a friend got me back in Legacy League that it really finally stuck. As Chris Wilson jokes, I got to maps, and well, then grinding your game zones my soul now. But this time, we all get another chance to get in on the ground floor to help shape the game from the get-go and make sure it is the absolute best version of the game it possibly can be. I missed out on Path of Exile. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I could have done for Diablo 3 or Diablo 4, but we can all contribute to Path of Exile 2. Now, I do have an ulterior motive. Besides, getting to help shape the future of my favorite game franchise. And I do still have some hope, though that hope has been dwindling a bit as my health has deteriorated, to eventually maybe make a game that people might be able to have fun with myself. But, well, I really want to go to ExileCon. Like, I really want to go to ExileCon. And the odds of my disabled ass ever being able to afford plane tickets to New Zealand, yeah, they're not looking so good. But maybe if I do this right. But I also do think that I could potentially contribute here. I mean, as an older gamer with a disability, that potentially gives me a view on the game vis-a-vis accessibility. Also, I think that some of my knowledge of game design could potentially allow me to actually pinpoint some things out that might get missed in the thick of development. And well, I'm quite the Johnny, so I'm willing to spend a lot of time experimenting with different skills, different builds, different abilities, different classes. I could potentially just keep tinkering around with Path of Exile 2 forever. I mean, for freaking 12 classes. They're gonna have 12 classes. Yeesh. But yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of cool things you can potentially do with the game. And so as I tinker around, that might help find bugs and issues and stuff like that. But enough about goals. Let's talk about what the plan is. So I'm going to be creating a new channel. That channel will be 100% dedicated to Path of Exile. This channel will be for everything else. And by everything else, I mostly mean 40k and Homestuck. And hopefully eventually Deltarune too, because I'm still really excited for that game too. This channel will not have anything resembling a regular update or content schedule. So still no need to subscribe, or anything for this channel. Unless you want to see some very occasional content updates. But I will be doing the whole comment, and subscribe thing for the other channel. And if you can, subscribe, and comment on either this video or when I actually post the channel announcement video on that video. Because I actually do want to see if I can maybe get some visibility this time. As of right now, the only planned content for that channel is going to be a series of basic introductory videos. And then it's going to be a vlog. And that vlog is going to be a completely unscripted, unedited playthrough of Path of Exile 2's beta. I'm going to try my best to voice my thoughts as I dig into every nook and cranny of that game, look for every possible pain point, try every possible build or combination I can think of, basically experiment with anything that occurs to me in the hopes of making Path of Exile 2 the best game it possibly can be. I am going to be making those videos as often as I can. The migraines will get their say, because the migraines always get their say. And that is actually one thing I am going to be paying attention to because it has come up as an issue in gaming before. And whether or not grinding your games can actually do anything for that, I do think it is important to note when a filter like that exists in a game. For now, I'm not going to commit to any other content. I would like to do something like build guides or in-depth tutorials into systems and mechanics, but that's all going to depend on how things pan out with my experience with the game, with my health, with my ability to actually be able to commit to uploading and things like that. So just going to take it one day at a time. So, again, the ultimate goal is ExileCon. But if I can get one thing fixed, if I can do anything, find any pain point that helps turn this into the best possible version of the game that we could have gotten, if I even just introduce a few more people to the game who might have otherwise passed it by, I will be absolutely elated. So yeah, so that's the plan. This has been Divine Erdrick, and I can't wait to see you all in Rayclast.